All right, and we are live. Welcome to the cool movies for the cool kids. I am your host slash voice. I guess not really your host. We have actually a new host for this particular segment. We're trying to introduce to you. Let us know how we're doing. Brought to you by Player 2. Link in the description down below. Here I am joined today by the Cool Kids.
Hey, hello, folks. This is the Cool Kids here. Welcome to the Cool Movies for Cool Kids, where every exciting comic book or action-filled comedy movie, adventure of whatever is soon to come out, and we are here to give you an insight on how exciting or how fun or how crappy it can be. So, folks, today is a great day because we all know there's a movie coming out next month, Wonder Woman. Yes! Mm. And just recently, they have shown the final trailer. Let me repeat, the final trailer, because everybody in the past, we know with Batman vs. Superman, they showed like multiple trailers, and it got to the point where like, all right, now we need to know who the main villain is, and I guess that ruined it for people. So this time with Wonder Woman, they did something differently. Final trailer, they were like, we'll show you a little bit more action, a little bit more insight of the story, a little bit, just a little bit, but not show you who the true villain is, even though we know. But I would like to know thoughts. Duck, what are your thoughts? Do you think this movie will be good?
Honestly, with all the trailers, one, I'm enjoying the fact that there is some funniness. It may seem kind of sort of forced sometimes, but overall, the fact that it's not just dark, 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 I'm kind of excited. I'm not saying I wish I knew who the bad guy was, but I wish I knew why Wonder Woman was doing what she was doing, aside from, Nazis bad, murder them, which, is a great theme for a video game, but
Yep,
generally, when you're watching a movie, you want something more. I'm hoping that
that
the
is
movie can
true.
deliver on that. It does seem to have interesting characters with great actors, like whatever that masked lady is. She
Yep,
seems interesting. I want to know what her deal is,
yep, that is true.
but I think it
Like,
might be good.
okay, I agree. I think
If
as when
it's
I
any better than Batman v Superman, I will be happy. That means that DC has started to learn.
yes, that is true. I will agree on upon that because I remember when Batman versus Superman came out last year, I was like, oh my god, it's Batman versus Superman! I'm so excited! Oh my god, because it's Batman and Superman, and then I was like, Wonder Woman's there. Why is she there? But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's Wonder Woman. This is a dream come true. Just like when Avengers
I
came out, it
think
was like,
my biggest problem with Batman v Superman, aside from the perfectly timed phone call, hold that thought for a second. I need to yell at something.
got it. Well, folks, Duck is gonna be right back, but until he comes back, leave any comments during this live stream that you have about the movie, of any ideas you want to share, because I am a movie expert. I've seen a lot of movies ever since I was a kid, so I know a whole lot about movies, especially comic book movies, because this channel is a lot about like comic book action adventure movies, like I said, comedy. I always like talking about them. I always like giving insight on what I think might possibly be about the movie. But on my take, until he comes back, I will say that with Wonder Woman, if anybody doesn't know who Wonder Woman is an Amazonian warrior. You know, her main goal as a warrior is to protect those who cannot protect themselves. But most of that's like all DC heroes, but that's like her ultimate job. And as an Amazon woman, she's like strong, and her beliefs are to protect everyone who she feels like is out to destroy peace on Earth. That is her whole goal. That's her whole kind of like, I guess you could say, tribe. I guess like Amazonians are like a tribal of women because it's all women. So their whole goal is like to bring peace to Earth. Just anytime that
Well, I've
happens,
always seen the Amazonians as. Uh, I'm not saying, because at least in the iterations of the comics that I've read, for the most part, aside from Diana, right? I'm
yeah,
pretending I know names.
Diana.
Aside from Diana, especially the Queen, her mother, just seems to, at least initially, eventually I feel like they only start to care, but initially, most of the time they're just like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of penises over there. I don't want anything to do with that. To be fair, I can't blame them. I don't want anything to do with a whole bunch of penises either.
Yep. I mean, you don't want to sit there and go, I don't.
Penises get people in trouble.
That is true. It does. But you know, with them, from what I've learned with them, with her mother, like the reason she gave up on humanity is because like centuries ago they fought in a war, and then after they fought the war, they saw that the war was created by the people they were trying to protect, and were at a point where like, all right, so every time we save you, you just go right back into creating another war. That makes no sense. We are done here to protect you. We have given up. Like at that point, it was kind of like, all right, we're gonna go back to our little island, the mascara, and just enjoy life, but train a lot, but not really go to war. We're just protecting our island until Diana comes in play, and she's like, I want to, you know, explore the world, figure out what's going on here. Which gets to my point of, what do you feel like the plot or the synopsis is of this movie?
I'm assuming, and if this is spoilers, I am so sorry because I am literally shooting in the dark. But I'm assuming from the trailers that I've seen, it's going to be something along the lines of maybe he's in the war already or whatever, gets shipped overboard. Point is, main character. Oh, I'm so bad with names. Main dude character washes up.
Yep.
Diana finds him, is all like, a boy? What? How that do?
Exactly.
And brings it to Mother, and Mother probably not very happy about that.
I hate this.
And he's like, well, we got to kill him or get rid of him or whatever. Like, hey, I'll take him back. We don't have to murder him. I like him.
He's different. He's different. He's not a woman. He's a dude.
So take him, I'm assuming, to probably where the war is. If not, then probably to the U.S. And then eventually it escalates to where the war is.
Yep.
The war to end all wars.
To end it all. Like, from what I've learned, from what I've seen in the trailers, my idea is that Chris Pine, he is the main guy star in this movie who plays Steve Trevor. Is supposedly he washes up on the shore, like you said. She's like, where did this dude come from? Oh my God, it's like another person that's not like me and my sisters that have like endless names that all you can think is so many girls. I should go insane by now. I
do hope that he doesn't take over. I'm turning.
Yeah.
I do hope that he doesn't take over.
I don't know. The way
because Gal Gadot's an amazing actress, and I hope that he doesn't try to steal the limelight.
Yeah. Yeah. From what I've seen in the trailers, like my brain is like they took, like in a way they went off of like a Marvel's perspective, because not like too much, but they kind of said like, you see how Captain America First Avenger was. We learned from them how they did it right. And then it's like, but then you look at like there was a clip online that shows like Gal Gadot and Chris Pine like in literally an alley that reminds me of like Superman Christopher Reeve's version when he's in the alley and all of a sudden like the bad guy's trying to shoot him and he dodges the bullet and actually knocks the guy out, but purposely like acts like, oh, it hurt me too. And like in that clip, that's how they did the same thing with Gal Gadot and Chris Pine. It's like Chris Pine's character's like, I'll protect you. And within seconds, one of them was like, ping, ping. That's right. I have bracelets that dodge bullets. And and it's like, oh, dude, that's so awesome. She's kicking their butt already in like 30 seconds.
Assuming from what we've seen, I could be wrong, but it looked like it might be on the same beat where he first washed up, or at least a similar area of the same island. I think there was something where they were showing that one of her sisters was getting shot.
Yeah.
Do we think that the Nazi bad guys, generic, hey, I'm going to murder you, are after maybe some sort of, because there are all kinds of mystical nonsense artifacts within the Amazonian kingdom.
That is true. It's a lot, because I mean Zeus is supposed, I guess they're going to use Zeus's forte in this movie, because she's like, they're all like, Zeus created, a lot of these women and made them
they are going to use that thing, the power of Zeus?
I think they are, because like in the trailer, Wonder Woman says that I was created by Zeus. So I'm going with, they have to some way put him in play, because it ain't just gonna, she just came from nothing. Okay.
Well, they could always bring it in a later movie. Assuming there's a later movie.
But But I feel like Zeus is gonna be like they're not gonna ever show him, but they're gonna use his name of that's how she was created from Zeus. But it's like the whole intake is like he washes on shore, and I think the Nazis somehow must have followed him. And then all Wonder Woman sisters are like, all right, we got to kill these men. They don't need to be here. I don't like them. They brought war. Kill them. And then all of a sudden it's like Wonder Woman's first time seeing somebody die. It's like, oh my God, one of my sisters probably died. Because it just, from that trailer, all I could think was that woman looked like she's dead. She ain't dodging that bullet. But all I know is, like you said, I think the movie's going to be about, like, it's a war to end all wars. I feel like this takes place in, like, World War I or II. One of those two. And it's like, this is like the biggest war the world's ever seen. We need all the help we can get. And Wonder Woman's like, look, if our job is to bring peace and protect people, I need to see this. I need to see what this world is. All I know is they go to London. Like, that's the main area I know I learned they're in that movie. So
it was London, not America then?
Yeah, it's not. Okay. I don't know. It might end up being in America where they go to, but I know, like, somebody said that the movie was shot in London, so I'm like, all right, so it must take place in London, where I know that's a lot where the war was taking place. So it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then all I know is like Dr. Poison, that's the one with the mask, because like I kept trying to remember that name, and I was like, what is her name? It's something with a mask. That's all. It's Dr. Poison. Like, her ability is like be able to like create the most deadliest poisons to kill people. And like, I guess I feel like Wonder Woman was gonna fight her, or either Steve Trevor. I don't know who. I feel like Steve Trevor might fight her, because Wonder Woman is gonna be fighting like the other main villain, who everybody, if you do know or don't know, is going to be Ares. Because I feel like he might be, but I don't know. It might be somebody else. But I'm just like, dude, that's gonna be awesome. Wonder Woman kicking another god's butt, and she's like a god too. So I can go with that.
I'm just hoping that, and I know I'm being a cynic, but I love DC. I would like to let everyone know that I love DC. I wanted to love Batman v Superman. I wanted so bad. Suicide Squad is such an amazing property, and I wanted to love it. I've watched Suicide Squad now 3 times, just trying to force myself to love that movie. I totally agree. I don't know what to do. But my biggest problem is, like, especially in Suicide Squad, about 2/4, maybe 3/4 of the way through, the movie just gives up. It's just like, we're just gonna do something. We need to end this. We stacked up all the dominoes, but we forgot how to tip them over.
It's like we didn't know how to bring a good domino at the end to say, all right, it was great, guys, good job. Like, instead, like, I will say this, when I watched Batman vs Superman, I was like so excited. I was like, holy crap, great movie. And then it was like, oh, this is so depressing. Why are you making it dark? This is supposed to be like something kind of hopefulness. Oh, now Superman's dead. Okay, wait a minute. I didn't know so we're going to kill him off. All right. Well, that's
they've killed Superman in the DC universe so many times, no one believes he's dead.
Yeah.
They never
but then all of a sudden it's like people are like, oh, Superman's not dead. Oh, I already knew he's not dead. Just kind of sucked to kill him this early, but okay, it's cool. Then, Suicide Squad coming out, I was like, all right, I'm so hyped to watch the movie. And like you said, partway through, it's like, I feel like I just chucked something in here to just say, just chuck these bad guys in here.
It was a Will Smith movie with Margot Robbie, which, again, those two have amazing chemistry.
They did.
I don't know if you've seen them in any of the other movies they've been in. I think they've been in 2 other movies together.
Yeah,
maybe 2.
Yes, I think it's been 2, because I think one came out like
one was Hitch, and the other one I don't remember. I might be delusional. It might have been the one where Margot Robbie was with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm trying to think.
I think that was Wolves of Wall Street that she was in with him. Yeah, I don't know. Point being, they have good chemistry.
They do.
And it felt like it was just their movie. And the fact that I wish they would have just done a lot with the Joker. At the same time, anyone who's seen anything Suicide Squad, on occasion they might accidentally save the world, but usually they're just dealing with Argus's mess.
Yeah, they're just dealing with the crap that they brought.
And then, I'm sorry, we're going into spoilers, warning everyone right now. The very end, where the all-powerful being decides to be slightly less all-powerful and get pokered, it makes no goddamn sense.
No.
It's all-power, omnipotent, just like, it's like saying God did everything perfectly until he blinked.
It's like,
God, don't blink.
It's like, hey, look at this, guys. I felt like they went, hey, guys, we just checked this in here. We didn't know what else to think of. We just kind of chucked it. All right, like it, and it's like I don't know how to react. Yep, I'm lost. So I'm gonna just smile and act like I liked it. I liked it. Then days later, I don't know what that was. No, it won't right. Didn't like it. It was weird. I feel like with Wonder Woman now, it's like, oh my God, it's hopeful. God, that music makes me so pumped up. Oh man, I'm so ready for this.
That score, I don't know who did the score.
I don't know who did it.
But they deserve a goddamn cookie.
I know, right? I've listened.
I don't remember Jack Diddley from Batman v Superman music-wise, but the second that song starts,
it's
just immediate attention.
It's the only one I remember from Batman vs Superman was the Wonder Woman entrance music that pumped me up, and I think the only one was when Superman died. So I hate to say it, but that I'm a DC fan like crazy. I'm both DC and Marvel, so it's like both sides. I'm like, yeah, but in that moment I was like, oh, why would you kill off Superman? I know he's not really dead, but oh.
I like comics in general. My biggest problem with DC is that their heroes aren't bad per se, but their villains are so much better. And Marvel has the exact opposite problem, where their characters are grounded in reality.
Yep.
And they're real. They have feelings. It's this weird thing.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like Marvel does the opposite of DC, but DC does the opposite of Marvel. So it's like both sides are like,
with Marvel, you have characters that are like, for the most part, the general audience. They're like you. Tony Stark is a drunk that deals with depression and sometimes substance abuse. Peter Parker is the everyday kid going to school,
yep.
having to deal with homework, having to deal with responsibilities, having to deal with his family.
And everything normal.
Everything in Marvel is you. Everything in DC is what you want to be so bad.
Exactly. It's like,
and I think that's where there's a lot of a disconnect, because you look at Superman and like, yep, that is Superman. You are so far above me, so far beyond me.
It's like, wow, you got superpowers. Like, I say the only thing that got me started really connecting to Superman was like coming to his death when he's like building up to like, Lois, you are my world, you are my everything. And it's like, it makes you sit there going, okay, I don't have a girlfriend right now, but like I feel like some of these adults feel like, oh my God, I connect to him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can connect to him. Like, I think the biggest part was like somebody had a sign in that movie that said, "Alien, go home." And I'm like, oh, that just totally takes, I already feel his pain right there. Yep, I already know what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. You already know where I'm going with this, but you know what I'm feeling. Superman, I'm with you right there. And it was like, after that point, I was kind of like, I'm kind of lost because I can't say you're my world thing to a random girl. So just going to keep that for later in the future, whenever that is. But next to that, what do you think is the true motive of Wonder Woman? Do you think it's just all about destroying
Wonder Woman or the movie?
Stuff, of the movie in general.
Like movie in general?
Like movie in general.
I am so terrified that the movie has no idea what it's about from the commercial. Like, I'm hoping that they're going to pull the thing where you watch 10 minutes of a commercial or 10 minutes of commercials and you still have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
There have been a few commercials that have done that kind of well. Like, I wasn't super chasing after Passenger commercials, but I recently watched Passenger, and there were things like, I watched Passenger commercials like, yep, I know the entire movie. I was wrong.
Yep.
I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, holy crap. They kept it in their pants for half a second.
They did.
Good job. Maybe not the best movie, but good job.
Yep. Like, every time I saw a trailer for that Passenger movie, I was like, so, okay, I think I got it. So they're stuck in space, and they got to start up the ship to get to the planet to get to. Got it. Nope, next trailer. Okay, so it's not getting to it. Okay, I'm totally confused. What we doing? All right, so she's gonna die. She got some kind of cancer. Oh God, she's gonna die. Damn it. No, well, that's the end of the movie. Nope, that's the next trailer.
Are relatively misleading.
Yeah, then it's like each trailer you get to is like, oh my God, I'm going to figure this one out. And then finally it's like, nope, got it wrong again. Then when you see the movie, wow, that was totally different from what I thought from the old first 4 trailers. Wow.
Also, I wish more movies could advertise like Deadpool. Things that have nothing to do with the goddamn movie.
Exactly. That's the point.
Doing random Halloween skits, doing just all this nonsense of this and that.
Just nonsense like, get Sprite today. Where did Deadpool come from? What is Deadpool in this commercial with Sprite? Hey guys, drink Sprite. Or not drink Sprite, or drink this sword going down your throat. I'm Deadpool, guys. I'm sorry. Kids, thanks for watching.
He also did that Australia Day skit where he made fun of Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah, he did. I actually like that. That was pretty funny. I was hoping that Hugh Jackman would come out of nowhere and go, "I'm gonna kill you, Swade. You know, I'm gonna use my
Hugh
claws to get you."
Jackman's expensive.
That is true. He is expensive, which makes me keep sitting there going, "I want Wolverine to come back," but yeah.
I mean, Deadpool even said it like, "Hey, it's almost like you
It's
couldn't spring for more
for
X-Men.
X-Men. You
You
know,
got two. You
you
got
just got two.
Colossus, and I
Colossus
forgot her
and
name.
it's like I forgot what he said. I think
Not
he was like
Nova.
the girl that just charges herself up. I think it's Nova Bomb, Nova Head.
It's Super Negasonic Warhead. Don't quote me on that. It's a crazy name.
Yeah, I don't think I can remember that long name. I would just call it Super Mega.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead. That's it. I win.
Oh, yep. That sounds like that's about right. I would just call it the girl that just blows up stuff with a body.
And she blows up the stuff real good. And I love Colossus. At the same time,
exactly.
They had to poke the fun at, we ain't got a lot of money for this movie.
It's like we don't got really much nothing. It's just like
even there during the end, they were supposed to have a gun scene, but
there was,
the gun budget ran out, so they kind of just found a reason for the guns not to be there.
Exactly. It's just I'm
not gonna try to spoil it too much, but I thought it was freaking hilarious.
Yeah. It's just like Wonder Woman. You're sitting there just going, "All right, so guys, we're gonna be here to kick bad guy butt. We got regular human people. We're gonna have her fight them. We're gonna have Dr. Poison come into play. And still to this, like as this day, ever since I've seen no trailers, I'm like, so what is Dr. Poison for? I get it. She got poison. So is she gonna kill everybody with the poison? Is one of them gonna suck it in her mouth? Oh my gosh, she's gonna like absorb it and then gonna use it for like an energy blast because that'd be totally cool. But then next trailer, oh, she's not fighting Dr. Poison. So what is she going to like send somebody there?
I'm just hoping Diana and what's his face, if they do the romance thing, because I'm sure there's gonna be some sort of romance. Either I hope they gloss over it completely and totally. Yeah. Or they dive super heavy and like have this weird action rom-com. I would not mind a Wonder Woman action rom-com.
That would be kind of
cool. Sounds super weird, but I would super be into it.
It's like, Steve, don't leave me. I'm not leaving you, Diana. It's like, okay, so there's romance here. That's kind of good. All right. I hope they don't dive like automatically in it, like 20, 40, 50 minutes in. And it's like, oh, the rest of the movie. All right, we already know they're in love. All right, stop that. All right, just go to fighting now. Come on. It's too much mushy mush. I can't. This is ruining it, right?
Keep in mind, it's a 15-minute cartoon. Have you heard of Justice League Action?
I have. I've seen a little bit here and there when I can.
I'm gonna spoil one particular part where I believe it's Diana and Superman.
Yep.
Or Clark are on a date. Or whatever.
Oh, I saw that.
There's a point where they're trying to kiss, but then there's bad crime and stuff. And the bad guy is all like, my bad.
I got you.
And tricks Superman into basically repelling everything. So at the very end of beating the bad guy, Diana and him are all like, we're gonna kiss. And nope. And it was funny as hell. The entire thing was a funny rom-com in 15 minutes. And I was like, I want more of this. I didn't know I wanted this, but I want it now.
Like, I want a little bit more of this. This is pretty good. I like this. This is
the writing in Justice League Action is surprisingly good. I mean, they've got 15 minutes to get as much stuff as they can into one
solid episode. And it's like literally like 2-3 episodes in 15 minutes. And you're like, well, that was the greatest 15 minutes of my life of action, Justice League Action. It's like, whoever thought of this, they really thought smart. Like, all right, I don't know how we're going to get 3 episodes in 15 minutes, but we're going to do it, guys. 2 years later, hey, we came out with it. Look at it. Wow, this was really good. Wow, I like how I actually kind of get with the whole story right there. Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
I need to lean a little bit more. I'm like it. It's like, and with Wonder Woman, the number one thing I keep telling myself is like, I know Ares probably is the main villain, and I know people are probably like, who's Ares? And I'm just like, well, here it is. Ares is the god of war. Any kind of war that breaks out, he kind of dives into it and kind of absorbs all the, I guess, I don't know, anger, hate, whatever is in it. It makes himself stronger. Each time he gets more of that anger and hate and more sense of that feel of war spreading, he gets stronger and stronger. So you're talking about he's like Superman in a way, just polar opposite, just straight evil. He likes destruction. And all I can think is like, okay, if Wonder Woman fights him, uh, can she have lightning powers or something? Because this dude's gonna probably, I don't know, pop spears out of his body or swords, and she's like got the bracelets, and I'm just thinking, all right, I need more than just bracelets now. You need a sword. He has multiple swords coming out of his body, probably. I don't know. He might shoot some smoke darkness at you. I don't know what he got, but just like I don't like. I'm hoping like in this movie next to have if they have a good rom-com, I'm like, cool. All right, with the action. How many bad guys is she really fighting? Is she fighting like multiple supervillains? Because if so, good God, I hope this woman.
Well, it seems like we got like 2 or 3 possible villains.
That is true. Because I keep thinking like
I would love to see. Is it Cheetah, Chitara?
I think it's Chitara.
Some sort of cheetah lady who's freaking awesome.
That would be kind of cool.
And I swear it's not just because the skin tight suit.
Nope. Chitara is pretty cool.
But she's the bad. That's why I'm kind of hoping, because I don't want to know too much about this movie. I mean, commercials are fine as long as it's not spoiling too much. But I think the fact is, to be honest, like when people say Batman v Superman wasn't a great movie, it wasn't a great movie. I defy you to do better. Like if I think to myself, like what would I do for a Batman v Superman? I wouldn't cast that one guy as Lex Luthor. Like that's the best I got.
Exactly. It's like
Ben Affleck did a good Batman in a not so good movie.
He did a good
Batman. Superboy Man, I don't remember his name. I don't care. I didn't particularly care for his first Superman movie, but he did a good job. I just think it was the script and I want them to think about like, hey, it takes time to make a good movie. Some of the best movies were in writing hell for years before they got made.
That is true. Like I think
things like Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad, just pop it out. We have to compete with Marvel. Don't compete with Marvel.
It's like don't compete.
Bring it. Beat Nintendo. Just say, hey, we're gonna do our own thing on our own time. It's gonna be great. Just sit.
We'll come out with the movies. We're not gonna be coming out with 2 a year. If we come out with 2 a year, we'll do it on our own time. We're not gonna rush them and then you go, oh, what was this? This is what is this? This movie was okay, but Marvel, you did kind of a little bit better.
Justice League soon. Like with Marvel is like, all right, we got Iron Man, Iron Man 2,
Thor, Iron Man 3, Thor, Hulk,
kind of Hulk,
Captain America. Hey, guess what? Avengers.
Yeah,
and it's like,
and then we just throw in some Widow and some Hawkeye,
and Hawkeye,
which are like two of my favorite characters.
I will say Black Widow is probably my favorite. Like
she needs a movie.
Character.
Like the worst thing is,
I would love to have
like Scarlett Johansson as an actress. I mean, she's not bad. I just never all the roles she's been in. I haven't cared for her.
Yeah,
but Black Widow,
Widow. I think she totally nailed it because I think she had the right personality. Her personality really made Black Widow like pop out. She actually stood out a lot, like in Avengers: Age of Ultron, to me over all the guys because it was like, why does it feel like she's the one kicking more butt than all of y'all? And she's just human. She's got
shocky sticks. That's it.
Exactly. That's it. Shocky sticks. And then she can kick your butt and twist you and flip you off a cliff. And I'm just like, I just don't. I can't beat you. I give up. You win.
Fighting hordes of Ultron villains. You have the Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man,
Thor,
guy with the bow. You have freaking Scarlet Witch ripping people apart. Yep. It's amazing. And then you have her with the shocky sticks, basically doing the same dang thing.
Exactly. And what makes it
even good? An upgrade. I mean, bigger sticks? I don't know, because she can do so much more.
I mean, heck. I mean, shoot. I mean, just next to that, it's like, you know what, Betty, folks, we're gonna make this up. Because also, I have to talk about because you got Spider-Man coming out. But next to that, it's like with Avengers, it's like, God, with the way Marvel sets up their stuff, it's like, wow. Well, now I know who this character is.
They have a foundation, and they're worried about continuity and making sure everything is perfect.
I mean, between that and then you got DC, where it's like, and the funny part, before Batman versus Superman, I found that there was supposed to be a Man of Steel trilogy that was going to come out with 3 Man of Steels, and then it was going to lead to like a Batman movie, then a Wonder Woman, and then a Justice League movie. And I was like, well, cool. And supposedly in that Justice League movie, it would have brought in Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. And I'm like, well, people already.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, and to me, that would have been fine because it's like, we already know who Flash is. We already know his abilities. But even though this is a movie Flash, we still know Flash. We see the TV version, but we can kind of accept this because it's like, oh, just hey, it's a Flash for a movie. Let's enjoy this. And it's like with Aquaman and Cyborg, it's like, well, I mean, they threw them in there in Justice League, but they're gonna have their own movie soon, so then we'll know more. So it's like, yes, but let's learn slowly. But to me, it's like,
hopefully they'll learn from Batman v Superman, because I think that was another big problem. Was if you've watched any of the Batman v Superman movies, I think there's only been one.
Yeah, it's only been one.
But in the comics and everything else, like, it's generally long into the arc. I mean, lately they've been doing these smaller arcs of comics and Marvel and DC, and that's a completely other can of worms. But
yep,
Batman and Superman in the movies and in the comics have history. Like in the latest animated movie, Batman's an old man. Superman not as much, but
yep.
It's basically Batman's like saying, I'm going to do my Batman thing until I croak. You're going to have to kill me in order to stop me.
Exactly. It's like,
and instead they're like, all right, we're just going to put Gotham and Metropolis right next to each other. Never you mind the fact that couldn't have noticed them earlier. Both been kind of doing their thing right next to each other for years, for a few years. Like, Batman is old Batman-ish, so he's been around for a long time.
20, like supposedly he's been around for 20 years. And I'm thinking, okay, Superman's been here for 20-something. Okay, wait a minute. He's became Superman for the past 2 years. You've been doing Batman for 20. How did neither of you notice something between your cities? You're like a lake apart. What?
My thing is, and again, with like Batman, like I guess I'm just so used to Batman, at least intellectually, being completely OP. The fact that he had to get information from Lex Luthor kind of stung.
Yeah, that is true. It kind of did sting. Because I was just like, wait a minute, you're like the greatest detective in the world.
Like the fact that he didn't already know about all this.
Exactly. It's like, how did you not know about Superman?
They even had a comic arc where the fact that he does know everything about everything, and the villains use it to be like, hey, thanks for all the rules. We're going to use this now.
Use this against
Batman literally destroys the DC universe. Just be like, oh, I guess knowledge is power.
Yep. See? I mean, next to that, like the way you look at Wonder Woman, it's like, oh, it's so much hope now. It's like energizing. Oh my God. And it's like making me think, okay, if you made Wonder Woman like this, then Justice League has to be just as more hopeful than Wonder Woman, because it's already making me want to go see it, because I want to see, why is she fighting the Sword? I need to know. Oh my God.
I hope they don't try to shoot in the Invisible Jet. I don't dislike the Invisible Jet.
Yeah, I don't like
think it's necessary.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like they probably won't, because I think people got annoyed with it. Like in the cartoon version, they were like, Invisible Jet.
I think at best, maybe in the future, it'll be one of those things where it's like Wayne Tech and it's reflective and it has cloaking and
like cloaking device. Like it's a regular jet, but she's like, oh, I can put it in cloak mode. Well, okay, I can take cloak mode. Like it'll probably be like maybe like a Justice League 3 or something, because I don't see it like now, right as of now.
Yeah.
But next to that, the Justice League movie right afterwards, I'm just like, oh, yep, I'm excited about this.
Like, are we gonna get Justice League before the Flash or after the Flash?
We're getting Justice League this year. It's coming this year, November 17th. If I remember.
When's the Flash coming out?
The Flash was supposed to come out next year, but they lost their director, and supposed to be getting another one soon. I don't know when, but supposedly they still have it set for the Flash movie coming out in 2018. But the way they set the Flash movie up, he's supposed to have been a superhero for like 6 months. So I'm guessing in the Justice League movie, that 6 months is in that start of Justice League, where he's like,
maybe they're taking cues from like, because the way that Marvel did redoing Spider-Man for Sony for realsies this time, where we won't reboot him again, probably, maybe. Just watch and see.
Maybe not. Who knows?
What? They're like, hey, this is the early days for Spider-Man. He is a young mother hugger, and he's just been mostly doing this and that. He's been getting a little attention. He definitely got Stark's attention. But for the most part, it's not like this is, 20-year-old in college Peter Parker. No, this is just some kid who's just like, I'm just trying to keep my Aunt May happy, keep my teachers happy, and not be a dead Spider-Man. I got to do the Spider-Man thing.
I got to be a hero. I'm trying to be in school and do my classes and not be late.
Stand by with the ability to do something and not do something.
Exactly. It's like, hey, I'm trying to actually talk to a girl in school, and I have no clue what to say to her right now because I'm going stupid.
Also, the fact that I don't know if you've read many Spider-Man comics, but any Spider-Man comics where Gwen Stacy is a thing, she stops being a thing because she did. And
she kind of did. Yeah.
from what I've seen from Spider-Man: Homecoming, no mention of Gwen Stacy. My heart cannot take it anymore. I am done.
I don't think.
If you want to bring Gwen, bring Spider Gwen.
Yep. Yeah, I think
Kill
with
off
this
Peter.
one,
It's okay.
I don't even. I feel like with this one, I feel like they kind of. It's like, well, we already did Mary Jane. We did Gwen Stacy. This one, let's put in another comic book girl. Bam. And I keep sitting there going, okay, oh god, the
worst
girl,
thing is, like, his best friend character, from what I understand, is from the Amazing Spider-Man with Miles Morales, the little Latino black kid.
Yep.
Yeah, they're jacking some characters from that comic.
Yeah, that's the funny part. Yeah,
I'm really trying not to say it's racist, but it does. You could have just done Miles Morales. I mean, I understand Miles Morales, but they know who Spider-Man is. They don't need to know it's Peter Parker.
Yeah, exactly. You just said he's Spider-Man. Oh, okay, well that's fine. But the funny thing is that in the Homecoming movie,
I think the biggest problem is, though, that would bring in the thing, because with Miles Morales, basically Miles Morales gets his Spider-Man powers a little before the end of Spider-Man, and Spider-Man bites the bullet, which would imply that Spider-Man's been in this world forever and just hasn't done shit. You know, living in New York with all the scary stuff is just like, yeah, nah, I'm good.
I've done it for a bit. Yeah,
so I understand, like, that would make some major continuity errors, but at the same time, you could just. I just like Miles Morales. He's a pretty cool kid.
Okay. From what I've learned is that with Spider-Man: Homecoming, everybody kept saying, let me see if I remember her name right, Zendaya. Everybody kept saying that Zendaya girl who plays like a nerdy bookworm girl is supposed to be Mary Jane. I want to go see Spider-Man just because I want to know if she's Mary Jane. It's driving me insane because I need to know, is she Gwen Stacy now? Mary Jane? Who's Mary Jane? Who's who? Because I want to know who's the girl. You got like three girls in here.
There's a love interest I can't remember the name in The Amazing Spider-Man with Miles Morales.
Because I think one was like Lizzie Allen, I think I remember in the comic books, was one girl that Spider-Man dated for a bit. So I'm wondering who's Lizzie Allen. I don't know. Is there a Mary Jane that's maybe soon to be a Mary Jane? I don't know. And then next to that, I found out that there's going to be another Spider-Man movie, but not with Tom Holland. There will be a Miles Morales movie,
which I am excited for.
Which will be a cartoon movie. So I'm just like,
I almost feel like that's them doing damage control. They're like, hey, you may not have made the live action black guy you want, but we gave you a cartoon.
We gave you a cartoon one.
Sorry.
It's going to be really cool. Maybe one day we might have a live action, but until then, we're bringing a cartoon version. It's going to be
if it's
awesome.
anything close to the Miles Morales that they had for that spectacular, amazing Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. There's so many cartoons. But they did a crossover where they went interdimensional with Miles Morales, and they had Spider-Gwen, they had Spider-Woman, they had that medieval Spider-Man, they had Spider-Man Noir. It was Spider-Man
like so
2021 or something,
like Spider-Man 2099,
somewhere past 2000.
Yep. It was like Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man Ultimate, Spider-Man 2099. It was like all different versions, from like 1945 Spider-Man to the future Spider-Man to current to present.
Spider-Pig.
Spider-Pig.
I love Spider-Pig.
Spider-Pig's cool. Spider-Pig. I don't know how they would finish the rest of that, but that's the start right there. Spider-Pig.
That's whatever a Spider-Pig does. I believe that's a quote from the Simpsons movie.
That is true. Oh yeah, that is true. I did see.
Not Simpsons that I'm dating myself, but shut up. I love that movie. I don't really like Simpsons, but that movie was great.
That movie was actually pretty cool. I like that movie. I saw it like 3 times, including the part that Homer Simpson kept getting slammed into the wall with that sledgehammer. Wrecking ball. Yes, I love that part. I kept laughing because I'm thinking, hi. He thought it's
the bar called the hard place in Iraq.
Yeah, and he just kept sitting there going, oh.
Hard place is going, dope.
Oh, we stopped. Oh, come on. You still keep hurting me. It's like, no, they just want to keep doing this. Yeah. like it. I don't know, but next to that, I'm just like really excited for Aquaman in DC because the way they described it is going to be like an ultimate underwater battle. So I'm like, yes, this is what we want.
I forget the main actor's name, but I know he was in a
Jason,
lot of things.
Jason Momoa.
He was in not Stargate. I keep wanting to call it Stargate. The other sci-fi thing, Majiggy with the ships.
Star Galactica. Maybe. I feel like he was in Stargate Atlantis.
But I know the guy. He's a sexy man, and he does so good. I love him as an actor.
If he was listening in on this podcast, I would literally say right now, if you are listening in on this podcast right now, Jason Momoa, I would like to meet you and shake your hand and see how literally buff you are. Because then I can sit there and say, see, look at this buff, cool dude. See, I'm cool as him. He said I'm cool. So girls, come on, date me. You know, because he knows me. I've
already got a girl. Can I just get a piggyback ride?
Exactly. He's like, can I just get a ride? Hey, buddy, can I have a workout buddy? Teach me your regiment workout. Wait, something.
Oh, fuck that shit. I don't want to die.
Oh, yeah. Who knows? He might say, oh, yeah, my workout is drinking a beer and jogging. Oh, drinking a beer and jogging. I can do that.
Yeah, I tried that. Not working.
Not working? Oh. Never know. He might have it where he's like, I eat some food, I exercise a little, then I drink a beer. That what's the beer for? Just to give extra meat on your bones. Okay, yeah, for me, I need on my bones.
All them hops.
All them hops. Let's do it. Ha ha. Yeah. Next to that, it's like, yeah, I'm ready for this. But the big thing that I know everybody is realizing, also last thing, folks, the biggest thing I know everybody's talking about is the two number one things. Will there be a post-credit scene in Wonder Woman? And will there be a Green Lantern? We have to end it on what we think. What will happen with these two? So, Duck, number one, first question, do you think there will be a post-credits in Wonder Woman?
There was one in Batman v Superman, right?
I guess everybody calls like the dirt on like Superman's grave rising as a post-credit.
After the credits, I don't remember.
I don't. I feel like
if it was after the credits, then yes. And the fact that I don't remember it that well worries me.
But I don't think it was. I know it's through Suicide Squad there was a post credits.
Yeah.
I'll say that Suicide Squad.
Second question again.
It was where. Yeah. The one with post credits for Suicide Squad was Amanda Walker and Ben. What was it, Batman's character sitting at the table and he was asking a folder about all the metahumans that were there, and you saw a picture of the Flash and Aquaman, and then if I remember, he walks away and she says, "You should stop working late at night." Referencing old crap, she knows Ben Affleck's character is Batman. Oh, snap.
Also, before I go on to Green Lantern, Amanda Waller was such a waste in that movie. Amanda Waller is a horrible person, and they got one of the best people to play her.
Yeah, they got the coolest actress to play her, and that's like
didn't do anything.
She did. I mean, she just kind of sat in the office, and then that was about it. I mean, she had like maybe a good 5 seconds of like shooting bad guys, but. I mean, in the cartoon verse, she was like always kicking butt when like she was in trouble, and actually put real fear in villains. Like in this Suicide Squad, it was like it's some fear.
But as far as Green Lanterns go, Hal Jordan. I hope I'm saying my names right. Please don't rip me apart, internet. Between Hal Jordan and John are my two favorite Green Lanterns, and as much as I love them, Green Lantern's not a great comic. I mean, he's not a bad character. He's very helpful with the Justice League.
He's a cool
I would
dude.
like to see a Green Lantern movie, but you're going to have to do something about his goofy-ass villains.
Yeah, that is true. Like, hopefully,
like the best villains that he has have something to do with this magical nonsense rings.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that would be kind of cool if you had magical rings, because I would just sit there.
I mean, I want to say it's Hal Jordan. His girlfriend eventually becomes a colorblind man. I'm going based off of visual memory. Pink Lantern, not Red Lantern. No, pink. No, it's like the Love Lantern.
It's
whatever.
It's purple Lantern.
Thank you.
Purple. Yep.
She becomes a part of them and basically just becomes a force for love away from him. It's just like, oh,
it's like I can't be near you.
So love everything but me.
But me. It's like To me, in my opinion, I feel like with Wonder Woman, I'm hoping to have a post-credit scene because it's like, hey, every other comic book movie that's not related to Marvel also, or DC is making post-credit. So make a post-credit. Next to that, I feel like there's probably going to be a Green Lantern in Justice League. Not like in joining into the team, but maybe like a cameo. And I'm hoping like it's a post-credit scene showing like this will be your Green Lantern. Oh my god, yes! I'm hoping for that. So then I'm like,
Do we have any confirmations
there's a
on
confirmation
who's the
on
bad guy for Justice League?
the confirmation
Because
is
I always
this.
vote Brainiac. Like Brainiac,
Yeah,
just bar none. Right next to the Joker is my favorite villain, but I don't like Joker for
yeah.
Justice League stuff because it's just
Let me see. I
usually.
wrote them down. Let's see. I wrote them down here. Okay, the confirmation for Justice League is Steppenwolf. He's supposed to be a godlike.
Steppenwolf?
Yes, Steppenwolf.
That's
A
not
godlike.
terrible. I still
Yeah,
vote Brainiac.
a godlike being that's the uncle of Darkseid. He's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Let me see if I wrote this down right because I'm a little bit visually vague of it. The guy who's playing it, I can't pronounce his name. I hate it. He's from Game of Thrones. I can't remember his name. I hate it. He said that Steppenwolf is old, tired, and ready to take over the throne. So I'm guessing supposedly he wants to kill Darkseid, but he knows he has to do his bidding until then. But supposedly in the movie, he's coming to Earth with his parademons.
He's always he's usually some sort of usurper under Darkseid.
He's coming to Earth.
Sied. I hate that name so much.
Yeah. Supposedly, Steppenwolf will be a humongous being, not humongous, but a big town and godlike being that's unstoppably strong. And he's going to bring not, because everybody kept complaining about the parademons. And I'm like, well, what are you complaining about? They're just not the same as Batman versus Superman. I'm like, well, there's a difference. There's probably like tiers.
They've been redone so many times.
Yeah, like, okay.
Comics,
yeah, supposedly what somebody wrote online that this must be somebody that worked in the movie. They said there's different types of parademons. There's like the lower level parademons, I guess like the mid-strong parademons.
Also, this was Batman having a deranged nightmare vision. Who says his nightmares have to be accurate? I had a dream yesterday about my hallway being elongated with those double-decker British buses going down the hallway. That made no sense. That wasn't accurate. Those buses ain't that tiny. They are not that tiny. Chest. They are not that tiny. So, I'm sorry, but if you were going to criticize anything in a dream, start with mine.
Yeah, I think people would rather talk about that instead of, oh, that parody stuff.
There are so many things wrong with that movie but for you to criticize. That is so low-hanging fruit. That is on-the-ground fruit.
Yes. I mean, and the biggest thing that somebody wrote for Justice League that also is part of Wonder Woman was that somebody said they wonder, let me see if I got this right. They said that in Justice League with Wonder Woman, she's getting to understand reality in human society more, but also you start to see more of her power showing. And one person saying that she possibly will be able to fly. So I'm guessing, because in the cartoon movie, cartoon TV show, like we always saw Wonder Woman flying. So I'm like,
you can see her fly unless there's the jet, in which case she can't fly. But she can usually fly. She can usually fly.
But the person said that if it's not flying, it's more like gliding.
And sometimes she has to learn to fly, and sometimes it's just really good at jumping. It depends on who's writing it.
It depends. But next to that, they said that they're supposed to be where Wonder Woman's mother will be in Justice League. I guess I don't know. I feel like she might help the Justice League, but it's supposed to be where it takes place. But supposedly it's supposed to be where it shows her mother of why she gave up. Like it's supposed to be like part of Wonder Woman's origin of how her mother got to how she hates humanity will be in Justice League. So it kind of gives us more in depth of, well, why does her mother hate Earth? Well, not Earth, but the people of Earth.
I just hope they slow down and don't try to shoehorn too much story. Like I feel like at some point in time, Batman v Superman, from watching it, was a not terrible movie.
Yes,
and then they just kept shoving stuff into it.
Yeah, they shoved, if I remember correctly, I wrote it down, 3 different comic book stories into like a 2 hour and 50-something minute movie. So I was like, yeah, you already confused 2,000 million people. Why is this guy in it? Why is she in it?
Like blowing up a balloon with helium. It's like, you got the balloon blown up. It's like, cool. You got the balloon blown up. It floats. It's great. But what if we put more helium? And then more helium? And then, it pops.
Oh, why don't we put whipped cream in that? Why don't we put whipped cream in that balloon just for the heck? And then people get mad. Why is there whipped cream in the balloon? I don't know. You don't know. I'm confused.
Whipped cream explodes from the balloon. This is not a happy birthday party.
Exactly. That's like a Batman vs Superman moment. It's like you just put whipped cream in a balloon for what? What else was in it? Honey? Why was honey in it? Just for fun? That's not fun. I'm confused. Why is
also, I'd like to add, while his character design was, or not, well, not character, while his CG wasn't great, Doomsday from Batman v Superman, I like the character design. I thought he was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He was completely
cool.
Used for a half a second and then like they didn't even have time for the main villain.
Exactly. Like it's like, come on, guys. It's like I was hoping that Doomsday would like evolve a little bit more in the movie. Like,
it's like if you're watching Spider-Man 1 and at the very end, this guy in a green suit just comes out of nowhere, but like,
I'm here to kill you. It's like, well, why are you killing him? Who is you? Who is you? I'm the Green Goblin. Yeah. Oh, what? Wait, what? He's the Green Goblin? I thought there was another Green Goblin. I'm confused. There's more than what? Wait, what?
There's the Green Goblin and there's the Hobgoblin.
Yeah, and the Hobgoblin. Exactly. So I was thinking in Spider-Man 3 we get a Hobgoblin, but no, we got Venom.
We did get Hobgoblin.
We did get Hobgoblin? Are you sure? In Spider-Man 3?
Something DeFranco, James Franco? James Franco. Yeah.
I thought, are you sure he was a
Yeah. It was not the best Hobgoblin, but he was technically Hobgoblin.
Because everybody kept saying to this day that
it was Hobgoblin, the crappier version of Hobgoblin, and you had Venom and you had Sandman, which, by the way, was the best part of that movie. That Sandman little bit of story was actually good. You can hate on the 3 all you want. Give me that Sandman moment. It was great.
Yes. It was good.
I forget his name, but that guy who did Sandman is an amazing actor.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He sold the hell out of that.
He kicked major.
Pretty sure he's the only one who took that movie seriously.
Yeah, I think he had the best acting in that whole movie because he was like the one that was more so, dude, he's gonna kill you. He's sand. He's gonna kill you. Like even the Venom character, I was just like, he's just like.
They also cast a guy who looks like the main goddamn character as Venom. Never you mind the fact that Venom's supposed to be this hulking monster.
Exactly.
But you at least cast someone who looks different from Peter Parker.
Like you're supposed to cast when it's a Venom villain, it's supposed to be Venom. The human character was pretty buff, and then the Venom made him humongously buff. It's like he's supposed to be towering over Spider-Man, where Spider-Man is like, oh wow, I'm kind of screwed. This guy's humongously strong, and he has the suit I wore, so he knows my powers. Oh crap!
The thing is, you have there are so many people who have been Venom, and Eddie Brock again. Big old muscly guy, still a reporter. Like you got the origin story right, and the douchebaggery was about there.
It's close there, but
I'm not saying looks are everything.
But it
is a movie.
So
they kind of are.
Kind of
they're at least 50% of it. I'm seeing with my eyeballs. I'm listening with my ears.
Exactly.
Give me a good thing from my eyeballs.
So he gave me 50% of Venom. So the other 50%, I'm wondering what's going on here, guys.
Like that's something I just don't understand. Like I hate to be one of those purists, but when it comes to costume design, I don't understand what it is with this. Like with the new Power Rangers movie coming out, I'm not saying it looks like a good or bad movie. I know I'm going to watch it, and I'm probably going to love it just because I'm going to turn my brain off and just go in there and be like, yay, pretty colors. Yeah. But you did not need to reinvent the wheel with those costumes. I mean, yes, probably upgrade with better than just tight spandex.
I mean, the movie itself, like when I went to go see it, it was good. But I was still kind of thrown off with a few things because I was like, this is okay, I guess. But it had me thrown off because I was like, all right, this whole story is not what I remember as a kid, but so. But
all I remember is Ivan Ooze, and I remember asking my mother, please, can I have some ooze? Never you mind the fact that I just watched ooze completely wreck everyone's life. I just really want it because it looks fun to play with.
Exactly. I remember actually got some, and after a point, I was just like, oh my God, this is totally worth it. It feels so cool. Oh, yeah.
Well, my mother didn't trust me, and we had carpets. And she's like, that's going to get in the carpets, it's going to dry, and there's going to be a giant ooze. Crackly stuff.
Yeah. I only had my ooze for like a day because as a kid, it's like, no, parents have carpet. No, I didn't eat it. I had a friend who ate it, But I was the friend more so that got it all over my shirt, and I was like, after that point, my mom was like, "All right, we're getting rid of it." I was like, "What?" But oh man, like the ooze. But my friend on the other hand who ate it, it was like, "Well, how does it taste?" Like to this day, he's like, "I regret eating it. I thought it like taste. Nope, regret it. I regret it." To this day, he still has like a weird cough that after having like surgery on it himself, he was like, "Yeah, I still have that weird
It was
cough."
Ivan Ooze. Sue Ivan Ooze.
I was like, "Sue Ivan Ooze, it was the ooze that got you." Ha ha ha. But all in all, folks, as we
We
conclude,
got 5 minutes to the hour.
well, all in all, folks, real quick, folks, we know that you're intrigued by Wonder Woman, or if not, idealized in a way to have a manner of seeing it. We want to know in your comments, what do you think about Wonder Woman? Other than that, Duck, what do you feel like? Do you feel like DC is slowly pushing towards like not happy, but like, yes, this is the right way to go towards to make people want you more? Or you still feel like they're at the, you'll get there someday?
I feel like they are starting to take notice, but I think it's going to. They've already set all this nonsense in motion, and instead of completely retconning it and just saying, "All right, we messed up. We're going to try again. Give us some time." They're just going to keep barreling through and trying to make this turd as shiny as possible. I'm not saying Wonder Woman's going to be bad, but I'll wait till I watch it before I get any kind of hopes for anything else. If Wonder Woman's not good, I'll wait for the rest of them to go on Netflix or DVD or VHS or Blu-ray or MP12, whatever it's going to be.
Whatever it is. Like,
But I am going into Wonder Woman expecting crap and hoping that it's better than that. I don't think it looks crap. I also didn't think Batman looked as bad as it was. So
True.
I'm just expecting crap, and if it's better than crap, praise be, I'll be happy.
True. I will also agree upon that because I'm going in this with a little bit of hope where I'm like, hopefully when I see this movie, I get a better understanding of why is Dr. Poison here. There's some other third villain. I want to know who that third villain is. Is he like some kind of monster god dude? I need to know. Hopefully there's a rom-com. And number one, I hope the ending fight is like the most amazing fight. But I feel like DC's going in the right direction. But it all depends on, to me, how well Wonder Woman does and how well Justice League does. I already have like 20 people that I know saying they're basing it off of Captain America because the movie resembles Captain America, and they're like, if Wonder Woman
is kind of Captain America.
That is true.
Minus the America.
Yep, minus the America. She's more Amazonian of island.
I'd say like the best way if you have never really delved into Wonder Woman or DC, the best comparison I can give you is if Wonder Woman and Thor had the weird, not Wonder, sorry, Captain America and Thor had the weirdest love child. Take away the hammer, give a sword, give a shield. There you go, Wonder Woman.
Yep, pretty much, yeah. Like,
and for the most part, it works depending on who's writing.
Yep. Like all I know is I forgot who directed. I forgot who wrote it. I know that a woman directed it, so I'm like, all right. So a woman has put kind of like a woman perspective on it. So just kind of like now I can say, just like the woman perspective of how women feel like how powerful they are.
Well, I will say it's a good thing to have a woman director. Keep in mind, don't base that on anything. Like if it's good or bad, I'm not saying it's always the director's fault or
it's not always the director's fault.
But keep in mind, Warner Brothers and DC have their hands all up the butt of these movies, trying to make them work.
Yeah.
Like I truly believe that I have to believe that Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman were good, okay movies at one point in time, but they got fiddled with into oblivion.
They got fiddled. Like I feel like actually like Warner Brothers, somebody who worked secretly in Warner Brothers actually wrote, I forgot where on what Google site I went to, said that Warner Brothers actually shoved their butts so far in Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad that they didn't put enough comic book feel to it to where people were like, "What?"
They don't really care about comics.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of
like
Brothers
just wants to make something that's as pretty and appealing as possible. And it's Batman. Honestly, like if I were them, I would have just said, all right, everyone knows who Batman is. Everyone knows who Superman is. Make the best Batman v Superman you can. Go. Because literally, they could have done anything, and that movie probably would have sold the same, purely on name recognition.
Yeah, surely.
They could have made a worse movie. They could have made a better movie. I'm almost certain it would have sold the same.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was a knockout hit, it probably would have sold more.
Yep.
But overall, it's Batman v Superman. True. Everyone's gonna go see it.
Everybody's gonna go see it.
I went to go see it.
I did. It was good. It was good. I liked it. I mean, I think from what I've learned, because I wrote a whole lot of stuff down.
Well, if you like it, that's fine. Anyone who likes Batman v Superman, please, comments below. Let me know why. I'm not trying to bash you or anything. Like, literally, just please. Because I want to like it so bad.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was good, but I want some people to give me more insight. Because to the viewers, please put your comments down below. Give us a reason why you liked it, why you disliked it, what kind of inspired Duck of what you feel like will make him want to get to saying I liked it a lot. At least I liked it a lot. Because to me, in my opinion, I feel like Batman vs. Superman and Suicide Squad was like, all right, here's an idea. And then when they kind of messed up, it was kind of like, because from what I've learned, Warner Brothers actually is now giving more control to the directors and the writers, and Jeff Johns, who's a big, huge comic book creator of DC. So it's like cool. So it's like if I'm seeing Wonder Woman with hopeful and actual color in it that looks good, then that means they must have said, all right, we'll give more control over the comic book people. And then you see Justice League with the same colors, a little bit darkness, but more just as much color. I'm like, all right, between these two, yes. Next to that, there's so many people that there's actually a fan page, I forgot what it's called, on Facebook or Twitter, where they're saying if Wonder Woman can make more money than Captain America, since they so resemble each other, then there is not only hope, there's also seeing there's a chance of a whole lot of improvement from Batman vs. Superman Suicide Squad. So I'm just like, if that's true, then that will be totally awesome, because guess what? Then people will say, well, I want to go see Wonder Woman, and now I want to go see Justice League. Because if this was good, then Justice League has to be even better. Because, wow. Then that'll make me even more pumped up to even go see more DC movies, just like Marvel movies. Because
I hope Wonder Woman outsells Captain America. Because I guarantee you, Marvel will be like, wait, what? What?
It's like, wait a minute, what? Wait, her movies just made like our Captain America.
Warner Brothers figured out how to make a movie? Oh, crap, we have to actually try now.
It's like, yeah.
Because Marvel's been free-range chicken, just been like, we can do whatever we want. I mean, yes, we want to make the fans happy, and we're going to do everything we can to make good movies. But at the same time, they haven't really had to try to make an amazing movie because
they were like
their competition.
Yeah, it's like nobody's beating us. There's Deadpool, but it's kind of like Deadpool. You kind of can't touch Marvel, or heck, you can't.
But X-Men kind of pooped the bed with Days of Future Past.
I mean, they pooped when they made Last Stand, and then when they came
back,
not
Days of Future Past. Well, yeah, it was Days of Future Past, or whatever the fuck it's called. The latest X-Men one, where they tried to shoehorn the Phoenix storyline in with.
That was Last Stand. That was Last Stand.
That was Last Stand?
Yeah, in Apocalypse.
No, wait, Last Stand was the third one of the original trilogy, I thought.
Yeah, that was where the Phoenix, they were trying to make a Phoenix thing.
I'm talking about where they had Apocalypse, and they had Jean Grey.
Oh, that was X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah, that was X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Apocalypse.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be making a sequel coming out next year called Dark Phoenix, which is whole base will be about the Phoenix, which...
I don't like this Jean Grey.
Yeah,
I don't like her.
Yeah, well,
I want to like her. I didn't like her in Game of Thrones. I don't like her in X-Men. Why? Because I love the Phoenix storyline.
Yeah. Well, they're going to make the whole storyline about Phoenix for the movie coming out next year. And supposedly Cyclops will have a bigger role where you'll see them fight a whole lot more. And it's going to make it where they start showing their love interest to each other, Jean Grey and Cyclops. But I'm like, but... Yeah, you tried doing the Phoenix story in Last Stand, and it sucked. And in this one, it's like the Apocalypse version. It was like, I'm okay.
So I'm starting to wonder if they should just do two movies, because the first two X-Men movies, the originals, were good movies, and then the third one was just like, it was like, I'm done. I give up.
It's like we just chucked something. Good luck.
And then the next two, which were a soft-ish reboot, but still keeping the old people.
Still keeping the old people. It was like, ah.
And then they got to the third one, just like,
It's like,
we were doing so good.
We were doing so good. What happened? You just made it crap. Like, the only reason they survived is because of Wolverine. All because of him. Without him, they would have just
Hugh
said...
Jackman makes that money. Like, if nothing else, like, I think Hugh Jackman is a great actor. I do not think he's a good Wolverine. And you can hate me all you want for that. I love him in the X-Men movies. But I do not think, as a Wolverine, he is not a good Wolverine. He is an amazing actor. I love him. Like, did you watch Logan?
I did.
That was an amazing movie.
That was a great movie.
And I still stand by the fact, Hugh Jackman is not the best Wolverine.
I mean, I don't know. I gotta go opposite. Like, I feel like Hugh Jackman was probably the best Wolverine.
The best live-action Wolverine?
The best live-action Wolverine. Because there's no competition. I mean, you can't think of any other actor at that time that was like, I can do Wolverine. No, you can't. You don't even got to, you just don't even.
I'm terrible with names. I got a face in my head.
Like, I got an idea of somebody who can replace him. I'm hoping soon where they like, we're going to put you in the Marvel universe.
Wolverine is supposed to be this short, scruffy, gruff, ugly, square-jawed man who just hates everything. And Hugh Jackman is a sexy beast. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, he's
way too sexy.
He's a badass. I will give. Every time I saw him with no shirt on, I just looked at myself and said, "I'll get there one day."
And if you watch the films, I swear he's growing abs in the basement and just sticking them on.
Because he is. Like, when I saw the Wolverine, I kept sitting there the whole time. Like, when I saw the Wolverine, when Man of Steel came out at the same time the Wolverine movie came out, I looked at both of them. I'm like, Hugh Jackman, how you keep getting ribs?
Like,
abs? How you keep
remember the guy
ripped?
who played Hellboy?
Oh, yeah.
He was also in Sons of Anarchy. If he was, I got to stick with the short thing because Wolverine short, I'm sorry, I'm a stickler for that. I cannot. I think he would have made an amazing Wolverine. Probably like an older Wolverine.
Like, to me, he would have made a perfect old Logan. Like, he would be the perfect old Logan. I'll agree with you there. He would have made a perfect old Logan because he has the voice too. So he could just make that, like, his dark, like, deep voice, like, I don't care about living. I only drink and like, yeah, totally. Like, Hugh Jackman, I don't feel like would have been like the young Wolverine version, and then you bring him, Hellboy guy in, and he makes like the old Logan version. You're like, oh my god, dude, just two dynamics. So like, whoa, this is the Wolverine we needed, the young then the old version. Like, to me, they should have made it where it shows like old Logan is alive in the future, telling a story about this is how I was when I was young with the X-Men and did my own thing, and then you're like, holy crap, wow. And then all of a sudden they make old Logan where he's actually fighting. You're like, oh my god, I'm gonna retire today. This movie was too good. Like, my other thing is that I just looked up Captain America First Avenger movie made $370.6 million. I feel like Wonder Woman will probably outdo that because you're talking about this is the first live action Wonder Woman. Next to that, there's so many girls here that are in love with Gal Gadot now, even more. And third, you got a superpowered being woman kicking butt and is also a godlike being. So it's gonna be like, yep, I got it. Yep, all the girls want to go see her, so I'm going to see her hot. Like,
so
guys are gonna go see her.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm reading this Forbes article. I've got it here because I was thinking, like, who would make a good Wolverine? They got, I believe, is this Jeff Hardy? It's some sort of Hardy dude. I can't remember, but their number 2 pick, I don't know. Oh, Tom Hardy, that's who it is. I don't really want Tom Hardy. I'm sorry.
He's okay.
But their number 2 pick is Shia LaBeouf. I have nothing against Shia LaBeouf. It's just that I have everything against Shia LaBeouf.
I don't want him. He's good. I'll give him to. He's a good actor, but just he is not a choice I would put for a Wolverine movie whatsoever.
But I think the biggest problem is that people are looking at Wolverine like, all right, so the guy who plays Jon Snow from Game of Thrones might be an okay pick, but that's only because I'm a Jon Snow fanboy. But I think my biggest problem is, like, whenever I see recasting things, like, who do we want to be the new Hugh Jackman? How about a new Wolverine? Be like, all right, Hugh Jackman is Hugh Jackman. You do not replace.
You don't replace Hugh Jackman. You're just retiring him.
Make a new Wolverine.
It's just a new Wolverine in a new era. Like just bring a new actor in that just has the fit body and say gar and then claw somebody. Just new. You're not replacing him.
I don't know who this guy is, but Scott Can. He's got the look. I have no idea who Scott Can is.
I have no idea who that is either.
Scott Cann. And I'm sorry, we will probably end up ending this. Okay, now see here, Forbes. I'm not saying Kevin Hart can't be Wolverine, but
I just
what?
Yeah, I don't see.
I think Forbes is just dicking me at this point.
I think he's just okay. Oh, I know who Scott Can is. Yeah, he's a good guy, but I don't see him.
I've never seen him act. I'm just saying he's got the look.
Yeah, he plays on Hawaii Five-0 that comes on CBS like every Friday night.
Ah, that will explain it. I avoid CBS like the plague.
Yep. And I saw him in the TV show, and he's very good at his role in that show, playing a cop. But I just don't see him ever saying, I will play Wolverine. I highly doubt he would even consider playing that role. Because he looks like the type of guy where he's like, I'm not trying to work out. I like working out, but I'm not working out like he did. Oh, no, we're good. I'll be like Wolverine's best friend or something in the background where I'm like saying a cracky, sarcastic joke, and I just vanish and then reappear later on. Like next to that, the guy from Game of Thrones, like I feel like he would be like perfect to play a young Wolverine. Old Wolverine, it'd be like somebody different, but him playing a young Wolverine, just saying, I'm not replacing Logan. No, I'm not replacing you.
I wouldn't mind them doing, like, I understand that Fox owns the X-Men, but permit me to just live in a fantasy world where they don't. I want the storyline where Wolverine and Captain America fight in the war together. I've got goosebumps just thinking about that.
Yep. I would love to sit here. Well, Wolverine has now been given the rights from Fox to Marvel. Thank you. We can now have a Wolverine movie the right way. Oh my God. And the thing is, Hugh Jackman did say that before Logan came out, that if the Avengers were put on the table, he would not only say yes, he would automatically sign up for however many pictures deals to play Wolverine until they didn't need him. So I'm thinking, if only Marvel could come in play right now and say, we want you. Yes, please. We want you to play. Because then everybody said, oh my God, now I got to see Avengers even more. Why? Wolverine's in it. What? What? With Captain America? Yes. Are you serious? Yes. So are we going to see Hulk and him fight? Oh my God. That would be amazing. Oh, yes. Yes, let's do this. Yes. We're going to see Avengers.
I'm excited for Hulk versus Thor in the new Thor movie. I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to leave you with that nugget because we've been a little bit long, and that's just fine. Honestly, I enjoy talking about movies. I am so excited for all these comic book movies, even Wonder Woman.
Pumped up. Oh, yes.
I'm more cautious about DC movies, but still excited.
I'm cautious, but I'm still excited. I feel hopeful for him, but excited.
Yeah.
I'm good. Once I see Wonder Woman, if it's what I'm imagining, I will be ready to go.
But anyway, I have been, I'm going to call it your host, more your initiator, I guess. I said the words in the beginning. I'm going to say the words at the end. I'm your opener and your closer. That's what I am. I have been your opener and closer, DuckMcGavin. DuckMcGavin. You can find me on the Twitch, Twitter, YouTubes. Pretend I'm on Facebook. I swear I have one. And I stream Overwatch competitively every Monday, do a newsy thing on Wednesday. We do the podcast thing on Friday on the Player 2 channel. Links in the doobly-doo down below. And and this has been your actual host, TheCoolKidz.
Hello, folks. This is TheCoolKidz. Thank you for joining me for the cool movies for kids. And you can follow me on Instagram, Mr. 22. That's 22, number 22. Right now, Facebook, Justin Williams, if you need to know. Also Twitter, The Gentleman 432, and also hit me on PSN or YouTube, TheCoolKidz 21. As well, I stream like from Destiny to Mass Effect, any kind of game, even Overwatch from times when I get a chance. But follow me on Twitch as well, TheCoolKidz 21, and stay nerdy. Stay very nerdy, folks. Also come back.
Right. Sorry, continue.
Also, folks, always remember that we always will be doing these podcasts for like any upcoming movies Mondays. So if there's any kind of movie already out or upcoming, leave in the comments for us you want us to talk about for any upcoming movie or current movie that's already out, any kind of action, comic book movie, whichever that pumps you up the most, and we will talk about it, give our insights on it, and what we think if it will be good or not.
Heck, even if it's an old movie that you just want to hear someone talk about.
Exactly. Or old movie that you really just want to keep talking about because it was just totally awesome.
There are plenty of old movies that I love.
There's a couple that I really do like. A whole lot of James Bond movies.
But anyway, that has been Cool Movies for the Cool Kids. Hope you enjoy the puns. I have been your moderator, brought to you by Player 2, which is going to link down and below. Plug, plug, plug. Cartier, plug, Player 2. So, yeah.
Player 2.
I'd say we're just about done. We're here for you. You're Player 2.
Woo!
Ouch.